Greetings and salutations. We are back with another 2021 playoff show. Weezy and Jeff are out on assignment, so it's only right I got my Realville brethren in. AB to talk some NFL Divisional football. What's up, Doc?
What's popping, guys?
What you doing, Lot? How you doing, Doc? You all right?
What's going on, man? Yeah, man. It's bittersweet playoffs, man. I can't rep like my good guy AB over there's repping, man. You know how boys, we sitting at home on the couch.
Yeah, no, for sure. When was the last time you had some San Francisco gear on, Doc?
Oh, I still wear it now. Oh, it just it don't stop because we losing. I probably had some on last week, to be honest.
Straight up,
yeah. Got to rep.
I ain't worn none since probably about week 5, week 6.
That's when you knew it was over with.
That's when I knew it was over with. Yeah, for sure. Strict, and I switched over to the Florida gear. It got a little rough with us too, man.
Yeah,
ended up losing 3 for sure. Anyway, let's talk some football, man. And then there were 8 teams remaining in the race for Super Bowl 55 with the divisional round of the 2021 NFL playoffs. Here, it's time to go through another round like we did last week. Appreciate everybody that told us how great our predictions were. That was a joke, as we being sarcastic. Jeff and Weezy. They missed this on good. Hey, there was a good reason for Jeff to miss this one, for sure. Wheezy too.
Yeah.
Because they teams. Anyway, let's go through some predictions against the spread. Starting Saturday, January the 16th, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3:30 Central. LA Rams at the Green Bay Packers. Packers are favored by 6.5 points. We will start with you, AB. Who is the winner and why?
Look, man, nobody is giving the Rams a chance. We don't know who the starting quarterback will be, but I don't even think that matters because both of them are limited. Goff is limited by injury. Wolford is limited by skill and experience. So I think the obvious matchups to watch, Ramsey on Adams, a banged-up Aaron Donald against the top-tier Green Bay offensive line. In the end, I think Green Bay is the better 52-man roster. You know what I'm saying? And more importantly, they have a far more superior quarterback, which will be the difference. Number one defense against the number one offense is going to be entertaining. I got Green Bay winning. If we're going to talk spreads, I've got the Rams covering the spread. I just think it'll be a closer game, but Green Bay will be in control. But in the end, it will fall under 6.5. So I'll say 23-16, 23-17, something like that.
Like, what you got?
The Rams, man, they pulled a surprising upset on the road in Seattle. You know, it was clear that Jared Goff, he had to get thrown in, but it was clear he couldn't even grip the ball great. Thumb was giving him problems. He couldn't throw the ball down the field like he normally could. It was basically a sloppy game for both offenses. Now, like AB mentioned, the biggest story out of all this is going to be Aaron Donald. He suffered a torn rib cartilage, which means he's going to be paying through pain. If you had a rib injury before, you know how rough that can be. Packers, they're going to be fresh after a week of rest. You know, they got to sit back, watch, scout, do what they want to do. But the Rams defense, they've been great. But like I said, Aaron Donald's not going to be 100% healthy. Aaron Rodgers, who could be MVP, finished the year before they touchdowns with only 5 interceptions. He seems to have the answer for these defenses that they throw at him. Green Bay's explosive offense might be a problem for the Rams. And I think the injury to Aaron Donald is going to cost the Rams just a little bit, and that's going to allow the Packers to cover that 6.5. So I have the Packers winning, covering that spread.
All right, I'll bring up the rear, man. The Rams will make this a game strictly off of their running game. They got Andrew Whitworth back, have Cam Akers with his fresh legs. Jared Goff will get a week of, preparation, a little bit more treatment on that hand, working that play action to Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp. Here's the problem. You got Jay Alexander out there. And listen here. You want to talk about lockdown? As we talking about lockdown, there's 2 lockdowns on the other side of the ball, too. On the other side, you got Rodgers against Ramsey. The problem that I worry about with the Packers, which they'll keep it close as far as the Rams, Bakhtiari. Not there, man. That's going to be tough. Rams defense always make a statement. They can't do enough to get past that Packers offense. Rodgers leading them 24-20, not covering the spread. But I got the Packers moving on.
You got them scoring 20 points?
Hell yeah. Yeah. Like, y'all ain't the 85 Bears. They gonna score 20 on y'all.
Yeah, that's true. And this ain't Kurt Warner either, though. That's what I'm saying.
That's
true. You're right about that.
True, too. The question is, who are they going to activate? They're going to have to activate another quarterback.
That's true. Or use the punter.
Can't rely on that.
You better not rely on it. Let's move on to the next Saturday game, January 16th, 8:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Ravens at the Bills. Listen, 2.5 points right now as we speak with the Bills. Who's the winner and why, AB? Let's start with you.
This is on everybody's radar as an upset pick of the weekend. Not mine, though. I'm going with the Bills. I get it, though. The Bills are missing their starting running back. Ravens have a great pass defense, but I think it's a little bit of fool's gold. The Ravens have had a very favorable second half schedule to the season, beating up on doormats like Jacksonville and Cincy. Meanwhile, it took an all-time great quarterback run to get 20 points against the Titans' slaw-ass defense. So add that to the fact that the Bills had a horrible starting field position almost the entire first half against the Colts. I don't see that happening 2 weeks in a row. I love Lamar Jackson, but I'm going with the Bills. Matter of fact, take my house and place it right firmly on top of this 2.5 point spread with the Bills. Easy. I love Lamar, though.
Yeah, that was
for the house money. Yeah, going for the house money.
Where you at, Coach?
Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen got their first playoff win to set up a matchup of 2018 first-round quarterbacks. While we know, like he mentioned, Lamar Jackson is high running, it's not clear that they can win by passing the ball. If you saw that pass Lamar Jackson threw, it looked like he was throwing the ball to Malcolm Butler. That's how bad that throw was. But they're going to run the ball well. We know that. But Baltimore is going to need their defense to match their performance against the Titans, how they slowed down Derrick Henry to slow down this Buffalo Bills team. Now, Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs, they picked up right where they left off in the regular season. You know, they got connected for the deep touchdown and helped the Bills. Now, with all that being said, I just don't think the Ravens are going to be able to do enough because the Bills are going to pack the box and they're going to force Lamar Jackson to pass the ball to beat them. And I don't think he's going to be able to do it. So give me the Bills in a close one.
Most definitely, man. This game will live up to the billing, man. Dynamic passing, quarterbacks at a high level, and running duel between the class of 2018, Lamar Jackson, and Josh Allen. Here's the thing. The Bills' defensive weakness is against the run. You got J.K. Dobbins, you got Gus Edwards. It's time. And they also signed Devontae Freeman off the practice squad. So, they could probably throw him in for a couple of sets as well. The Ravens blitz too much, and I think Josh Allen will take advantage of that on a couple of big plays. It'll come down to which quarterback can make the fewest mistakes or make some plays off script. And I think that will go with Stephon Diggs, who can consistently get the better of Marcus Peters on the outside. Give me the Bills winning 27-24.
I don't think any of us would be surprised if the Ravens won, though, right? Like that wouldn't be surprising.
That's a good question. I would be surprised if the Bills lose this game.
Really?
Mm-hmm. That's just how bad the Ravens as a collective on offense are. They just do. They dink and dunk the whole game, dog.
Yeah,
it's true.
That's it.
Yeah, Mark Ingram has disappeared this year. I don't know what he's done.
COVID got him. Yeah, he just got to bounce back, man. I
glue
hate
gun.
That Mark Ingram.
Uh-oh. He put the glue gun on him.
Glue gun.
Get him out of here. Let's move on to the Sunday games, man. January the 17th, 3:05 Eastern Standard Time. Cleveland Browns at the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs are 10-point favorites right now. It's insane. Who's the winner and why, AB?
Give me the Chiefs. Congrats on the Browns for overachieving this year. Losing their number one wideout in ODB early in the season. They still made it to the playoffs with a new coach, winning a playoff game without the new coach. But they don't have a dependable enough quarterback in this particular scenario. Now, I do think the line is too high. The Chiefs, the last 8 games, peep how many points they have won by. 2, 4, 3, 6, 6, 3, and 3. And then an L for the last meaningless game of the season. So they haven't looked like the well-oiled machine that we've come accustomed to. But I don't see Mahomes and Andy Reid going out, losing to the Browns. I just can't see it. Shout out to Cleveland, Bone Thugs, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But the Cinderella story is over. This was done at the coin flip. I'm going with the Chiefs. I don't think it's a blowout, but I think it's handily in control. I'll go 35-24.
What you got, Lot?
The Browns scored the most points in a quarter in postseason history, and when they beat the Steelers for the second time in a week to earn their first playoff win since 1994. Defensively, they allowed the most completions in an NFL that we've ever seen. Although the Steelers were having to throw the ball every time because they were down 28, they still had something to say when you're going in there to play against Pat Mahomes and all the weapons. Chubb and Hunt will have to dominate this game if Cleveland wants a chance to win this game. If they cannot dominate and keep Pat Mahomes off the field, they don't stand a chance because the Chiefs have weapons for days. Pat running their show, Cleveland not being able to stop the pass, I think it might get ugly. And I think this is going to be the game that the Chiefs finally cover their spread. So give me the Chiefs and that 10 points.
I hear you. I heard you. I think this is the statement game for Kareem Hunt. He has a lot to prove. They turned their back on him. He said in his own words, this is a big game for me. I'm going to show up. So with Baker Mayfield, he can't get into a chuck fest with Patrick Mahomes. He just doesn't have the talent around him. The Browns got to play ball control using Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb, picking kind of good spots to throw the ball to my guy Juice Landry and hit on some big plays like how they did against the Steelers on play action and bootlegs. I think, man, the Chiefs will counter relentlessly by being rested and being able to watch some of the things that they did against the Steelers. They just don't have enough, man. I just don't think they have enough. The Browns don't have enough, man. Chiefs will win by, I think it'll be 34-17. Quick, easy work, for sure.
So you went Kareem Hunt revenge game.
So it's a revenge game. Watch. You know they always set it up for the revenge games for the guys to come back. Yeah. The last of the Mohicans. Sunday, January 17th, 6:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Tampa Bay Bucks at the New Orleans Saints. The Saints are favorite -3. Give me the winner and why. You got it, AB.
We know they've already played twice this year. Saints have won both of those games. We all know it's tough as hell to beat the same team 3 times in one season. The Saints defense have been on point lately, not counting that Bears game, although the Bears have been cooking slightly. They shut them completely down. And the Bucs offense can sometimes be a bit Jekyll and Hyde. But give me Tampa in an entertaining game. Brady's weapons are crazy. They're indoors on the AstroTurf. Despite the strong pass rush by the Saints, this one has shootout written all over it, man. My upset pick of the week, give me the Bucs 33 to the Saints 31.
You got a lot.
Like you mentioned, man, the Saints and the Buccaneers, they couldn't do nothing with them. The Bucs lost those 2 games in the regular season division matchup. The Saints defense played spectacularly against the Bears, aside from the 1 touchdown they gave up with no time left that kept them out of the end zone. It wasn't pretty for most game offensively, but Michael Thomas, he finally got some type of offense that's maybe there to get him going because we know he's been out. And the former Alvin Kamara, he's going to do what he does. We know how he's going to get the little screen passes, the little quick dump offs. He's going to turn that into offense. We know he's going to do that. But Tampa Bay's offense played good against Washington. The only thing that worries me about Tampa Bay is they let Taylor Heinicke keep it close until the final drive. Come on, Taylor Heinicke, that's not going to be good for them. Now, the Buccaneers offensive line, they did keep Tom Brady up for most of the game. So I'm still going to go with Tom. I just have to. He has too many weapons, and it is so hard, like AB mentioned, to beat a team 3 times in a row, especially when it's a division team. So I'm going to go with the upset also. Give me the Bucks.
Yep. Let's kind of go back to those 2 games. Brady's first game as a Buccaneer was against the Saints. He didn't know what the hell was going on. Second shot was even worse at home in week 9. But I think this is the best we've seen of the Bucs playing at a level that I think it's elite right now with Mike Evans, Godwin, Antonio Brown. He has his tight ends. The Saints have developed a little bit more coverage issues all over the field since seeing the Bucs after week 9. I think Brady would just adjust like he always does, man. Both teams actually stopped the run really well. So I think it will be the situation where the older or the younger or the 40-something quarterback who makes the play, man, who can avoid the big mistakes. I think Brady has simply been a little bit more impressive as far as a passer, as far as the playoffs are concerned. But I think Breeze, man, will have some success working on shorter routes to Michael Thomas. I got the Saints winning, man. but not covering the spread. I think it'll be 34-31 Saints.
Mm.
I tell you
I think they got the right games at the primetime joints, although I'm a Packers fan. I like the New Orleans Buccaneers game, and I like the Ravens and Bills primetime. I'm here for both of those primetime.
Yeah, nah.
Chris Godwin going to have to get some glue on his hands or something, because he's been dropping the ball terribly recently, and that's uncharacteristic of him.
Yeah. Nah, he's been dropping the ball, and Brady's came out and said he's his best receiver he's ever played with as far as hands and catching. So we'll see. But I just think, man, Mike Thomas got a lot to say. I know a lot of people that are fantasy football owners of him are very upset because he showed up in the first game of the playoffs. He hadn't played all year. So, I mean, that's a bitter statement, but I think he'll kill. Oh,
speaking of receivers, over or under 85 yards for Devontae Adams?
Over.
Under.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Never mind.
I'm playing Ramsey.
They got Jalen Ramsey over there. Never mind.
Yeah. Man, we ain't starting him.
Yeah, I don't think he's allowed anybody to have over 100 this year.
You better be worried about him.
That's why I said 85, sir. So.
And that's what I'm trying to tell you. I don't think it's been close to 85. I know only one person scored on him all year.
That boy locked down.
He went and gets an all-pro technician like Devontae Adams, guys.
It's the quarterback. We appreciate everybody pulling up. Appreciate you, AB, man, for coming in late. Appreciate that, man.
Appreciate you guys for having me, man.
Yo, man, sure. Always good.
Yeah, man. Don't forget to create that profile on Action 24/7's website. If you are in the state of Tennessee, fortunately, the guys on this call are not. So, in turn, if you're in the state of Tennessee, use code FSP100, man. They'll match you dollar for dollar up to $100 on your first couple of bets for sure. So, man, hey, so next time, we appreciate everybody pulling up, man. The revolution will be podcasted.